Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name's Shadowwraith and today I'm going to be going over my top 3 picks for the units you don't really see on the tabletop, so the rarest units to see. Now, I don't know why they're rare, either they're hard to get like actual model wise or maybe people just don't like them, who knows. But I thought I'd just do a quick list on them because it'd be fun. Now, we're going to start off with one that I know some people do bring, which is why they're number 3 and they're not number 1. Okay, this is more on the rarest to how good they are ratio, and these aren't extremely rare, but the people I've played, I don't know why they don't bring more of them, or any. Okay, I only know one person that brings them, and he told me how good they are. It is a Blackguard of Barad-dûr. Now, they are phenomenal. I mean, they're quite pricey, so maybe that's what's putting people off. They're 12 points a model, but for those 12 points, you get a lot. You get a Fight 4, which is fantastic for infantry, like basic rank and file troops, and they're Strength 5. Strength 5. That is absolutely bonkers. For a 12-point model to be Fight 4 Strength 5, that is a deal. On top of that, they're also Defense 6, so they're not squishy either. Defense 6 is very respectable. Very, very respectable. That's like Gondor Warrior set level. 1 attack, 1 wound, and they're only Courage 3, but that's pretty standard for like most orky things or basic rank and file troops. Yeah, I mean, they've got the hitting power, they've got the defense, they've got like better than Fight 3. Why not? That's phenomenal. They have the option to take a banner for 25 points, but why? I wouldn't. I'd stick it on a cheap orc or something. But yeah, absolutely phenomenal. I think they're really, really good. Really worth their points. And I can imagine having a front line of them or a secondary line. So what I do is take my chaff troops at the front, take the first impact, and then they can come in through the gaps. It's, yeah, they're phenomenal. Anyway, quickly moving on, we are going to go to our number 2 slot. And this is a unit that I have used, and I think it's quite good. It's quite nice. I know where people don't take this, because it's quite expensive. But it has saved me so many times. Really, it really has. And it is the Wood Elf Sentinel. Now, it's basically an elf with a little blowpipe. But he's 25 points, which is quite expensive. He is Fight 5 with a shoot value of 3+, Strength 3, Defense 3, which is absolutely horrendous. But he's got 2 attacks, 1 wound, and Courage 5. To make up for the only Defense 3, you have got an Elven Cloak inbuilt, which is really good. He comes with a Elven Made Sword, Elf Bow, and an Elven Cloak. So, awesome. He can hide from things if he's obscured by terrain. So, it makes him a lot less squishy, and people can't target him 6 inches away. Well, over 6 inches away, sorry. And he's got Woodland Creature, obviously, because he's a Wood Elf. Now, his special thing that makes him so tasty is that a Sentinel may perform a song each turn, provided they're not engaged in combat. These function exactly like magical powers, except for that they are automatically cast without spending will and cannot be resisted. Awesome, so free spells, pretty much. And they're not too bad. So I'm not going to say the names of all the spells, because I won't pronounce them correctly. But one of them is, I'll say it, the Hymn of Elbereth. Yeah, I think I got it. Okay, it's got a range of 12 inches. And basically, what it does is that friendly models will automatically pass all courage tests for the remainder of the turn. So yeah, you pick a model and he passes courage tests for the remainder of the turn. Don't know how useful that is, because you're an elf and you're all like Courage 5, but you never know. If you need a guaranteed charge, why not? Then we've got Eldamar Madrigal. I know I said I wasn't going to do the names, but screw it, I'll give it a go. Forgive me if they're wrong. And that is range 12 inches as well. The target enemy model must immediately take a courage test. If the test is passed, nothing happens, but if it's failed, the player then may move it up to its maximum move, even if it has already moved in that turn. Basically, you can't make it enter an enemy's control zone, dismount, lay down, perform actions that will cause it harm, like jumping off a cliff, or anything that will require the model to roll a d6, such as jump tests. The affected model may not move any further that turn. So, it's got 2 uses. I like this one. This is one I use. A, you can tell someone to go away, and you don't want them to move, or you might see a likely trap or something like that, or anything like a cavalry charge that could potentially happen, you can just move them for the sake of you're not moving this turn. Or you can move enemies closer, so they're within charge range. So if it's 12 inches away and they've got someone who's pretty squishy on a horse or anything like that, you just pull them close towards you. So the rest of your models can move and jump onto them. I mean, if you're really lucky, you can do it to a hero. It's very unlikely because they've got like will and stuff and quite high courage, but you could. But I find it quite good against things like Farharad, the camel riders, with their impact hits. They're only courage 2. So you can tell one of them either not to move again, or you can try and pull one of them in to get jumped on. Your choice. So you can think of how many things you can do that with. Okay, if they're running with the relic, there we go. If they've got a relic that they've dug up, they're sprinting off with it, and you're within 12 inches of this guy, take a courage test, nope, come back to me. Awesome. Then we've got the Lay of Gondolin. The somber verse recalls the mighty elf city of Gondolin. And basically what it does is the Sentinel causes terror until the end of the turn. So that's pretty handy. That's alright. So, not too bad. Anyway, moving on from that lovely little singing elf, we have got my number 1 pick. And this one, I've never seen anyone who plays this faction use them, and I don't know why. It is a Bat Swarm from Moria. Right, I know, it's like, I mean, the only reason I can think of why you wouldn't bring this is because it's 35 points. And yeah, it could be considered a little bit squishy, but it's not that bad. Anyway, 35 points. You get a move 3 model, but it can fly. So move 12 model. It's only fight 1, but that's not why you bring it. Strength 3, defense 3, bit squishy, 2 attacks. 4 wounds, which makes up for the defense 3, and it is courage 2. So if the thing's causing terror, you're screwed. But maybe that's why you're not bringing it. But anyway, it doesn't matter, because if you're going against good versus evil, then it won't matter. It's got one special rule, which makes it absolutely phenomenal in my eyes. Blinding Swarm. The fight value of any enemy model engaged in combat with a Bat Swarm is halved. Rounding down. So, what that means is if you've got anything in your Moria army that is fight 6, you will never be beaten by a light fight. Even if they strike to fight 10, doesn't matter, because they'll be fight 5. You know, fight 9, Kilkalad, he's only fight 5 now. It's absolutely insane. And, I mean, if you go through their, allies of convenience with a lot of factions, so if you want to go for the allies and don't care about the army bonuses, sure, go for it. Why not? You can really easily bring fight 5 models in, or fight 6, It also makes your goblins are much better at fighting, so if you get like a couple of these and chuck them into some Gondor soldiers, even if you're in base contact with 2 of them, that's it, they're fight 1. You outfight them. Perfect. So yeah, I mean, you've got things like the Balrog access to you, or drakes, or dragons, or all the monsters. And if the thing that usually kills them is a pretty good hero that can hopefully outfight them, and either trap them or something like that, and you can just negate their fight value, so a 6 is always an insta-win. It's bonkers. Yeah, I absolutely highly rate them, and I think they're phenomenal. Hey-ho, that's just my opinion. Let me know what you think. What do you think of my list? Did I miss anything out? Do you think I'm talking a load of rubbish? I'd love to know. Let me know in the comments below. And if you didn't know, I do have a Discord server set up, so if you want to let me know in person by sending me a message, jump onto that server, because I'm always up for a chat. Yeah, other than that, I hope you have a fantastic day, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.